such an asshole.
So, there are rare instances in your life, and it's a testament to just what a high percent of the population is just a bunch of inept freaking morons. It is a rare but glorious instance in your life where everything is just going the way it should. You're firing on all cylinders. There's no trap. Like it allows you to see the stars and the planets will align, and enough people will get their heads out of their grotesque, large, fat American asses that you get to peer into what humanity is capable of, where it's like, wow, if things just go the way they should and they're designed to, really, I make claims that we could easily triple economic production if we just stop making mistakes. We don't have to increase taxes or lower taxes. We could triple our standards of living if we just design things, the machines, the products, the services, and the people to do what they were intended to do easily. And one of these days, I might look up and figure out just how much economic production we lose to mistakes. I might do that. But despite Americans' best efforts, despite you frickin' fat, disgusting pig morons, despite your best, sometimes you get that everything's going the way it should. And you're like, finally, it's working the way it should. And you're on fire, man. You're going, you're moving, you're humming, you're shaking, bada boom, bada bing. And you're like, man, I got some hope. I'm feeling, this is great. I'm in the pilot seat. I'm flying. I move it this way. The plane goes that way. I press that button. It does the thing. Everything is working the way until Cox Communications shits the bed. I had that yesterday, guys. I had it yesterday. I was like, okay, Cappy, work long and hard. Have my coffee in the morning. Get that hit. There was a little bit of the Brave left. Oh, snooty, smug, spoiled little Edina puts me. I'm getting Braves now, but with heavy milk or heavy cream because there's no carbs and something it does good for my diet. Would you like that whisk with the foam? Oh, I got baby powder on my ass. That's how far I've come. And I get my coffee. I had a little bit of reheated Brave. I'm like, oh. And someone had made a great intellectually stimulating comment. Not do I wipe my ass with my left hand or my right hand? My overweight 600-pound girlfriend who's a Marxist feminist. I don't know, should I break up with her? She treats me nice, though, occasionally. It only hits on Tuesdays. Didn't have that question. Had a really insightful, intelligent question or observation, a comment. And I read it, and I came up with, like, this is men quiet quitting women. Look at this. Is just, it's an anecdote. It's a story. It's a story from overseas. It had color. It had character. It had a beginning, an apex, and a finish. We had our hero. We learned new different language about the difference between London English and American English. I'm making observations. I'm making points. I'm on fire. Bada boom, bada bing. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2. Internet conks out on me. So at the 41-minute mark, there's like a 2-minute spot. And yeah, I know the internet goes down sometime. I know that, but not this frequently. And you've seen it. Go back in my videos here. I'm plugged in. I am hardwired to. I got my little Cat 5 cable here, whatever cat level it is. I'm directly plugged into the internet. It's not the router. It's not the wireless. It's not the computer. It's Cox, emphasis on Cox internet. And it's one thing, just so you know, although this is nationwide, let's say you come to Vegas, right? Service industry. It's like Jimmy John's. Everyone's become Jimmy John's, but the Jimmy John's of 10, 15 years ago were Jimmy John. Freaky fast. That was the thing, right? Freaky fast. We're freaky fast. We're Jimmy John's. Like, okay, I got that. I like that. And I am willing to let it go for the fact that 85% of the time, Jimmy John's will get your order wrong. Not horrendously wrong, but it won't be 100%. They'll be missing whatever, the cucumbers. They'll give you the they'll put the wrong type of onions. Usually it's on the fixings. They won't give you hot peppers. They will give you hot peppers, but it's only one thing. And I'm like, okay, their idea is to get you in and out of here freaky fast. I'll let it slide. But now in Vegas, that is pretty much standard. At least 3/4 of the time, you'll be at a sit down restaurant and you'll tell the full grown lady, I want this, I want this, you want this. And you'll see her writing it down. Okay. Okay, you're writing it down. This is going to come out right. No. Is it the end of the world? No. Hey, I ordered the Diet Pepsi. Do you happen to? Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, we're just on dessert right now. It's been 45 minutes. But they're just not going to bat 1,000. And that's okay. That's okay if it's your meal. It's okay if they forgot the cucumbers. It's all right. But we're talking about things like infrastructure, like the electric grid or traffic, or in this case, the internet, which I don't know if Cox Communication is aware of this, but a lot of economic productivity is done over the internet now. Not all of it requires consistent reliability. Not all. Email, I didn't get the attachment. Okay, it farted. The internet farted. That's all right. But in a major metro area like Las Vegas, where more and more people probably need to be online consistently, and it's every freaking day, which indicates to me it's been done on purpose. Not out of spite. They're just like, we're gonna chintz. We're gonna cheat. We're gonna cut the corners. Verizon Wireless, by the way, ran into this problem. For those of you who have Verizon, you'll be like, why? I have reception. I'm in a major metro. Why am I not able to make my call? Why am I not able to send out my pictures or texts or images? Well, you got connection. They just didn't build enough routers or whatever it is. They didn't build enough relay stations. There's enough cell towers, but they didn't put enough. I'm not a wireless engineer, but those machines up on top of the radio towers or those fake trees, it's no different than traffic. A road can only handle a certain amount of traffic per minute, per hour. And it's the same thing. They can only handle so much data processed through those computer processors, no doubt, and send it out. So oh yeah, you got full bars. But why is it not sending? Because Verizon purposely underinvested. They thought they'd get by. They thought they'd chintz. And I believe Verizon has now, it's like the only carrier to lose. Well, let's look it up here. I like, speaking of economic, Verizon lost customers. Lost 189,000 wireless retail prepaid postpaid connections as customer in the third quarter. Third consecutive quarter of declines. I gotta ask those of you at Verizon, but more so those of you at Cox Communications, how dumb do your MBAs have to be so short-sighted? We're not going to invest the required infrastructure to handle the volume we got. What is that like? I'm not I'm not expecting Einsteinian level of IQ. I'm not expecting you guys to be the Asians at the math meet. I'm not expecting you guys to be the Ashkenazi Jews of the business world. Okay, I'm not expecting you to be that high IQ. But I am expecting you to have at least the maturity, logic, and common sense of a sixth grader. Maybe the sixth grader won't commit to it, but a sixth grader, whoa, hey, there's really no point to build this dam if it's not going to be built up high enough to handle the water flow. We might as well not build this dam if we don't have spillage aqueducts on the side. I'm just kicking the can down the road. Sixth grader may not act on it, may still take the cheap route out, but how are you not smarter than a fifth grader? How? Or maybe I'll grant you this. The number of humans in the supply chain. It's never the machine's fault. It's not the machine's fault. It's not the computer's fault. It's not the truck's fault. It's the humans that are managing all these machines along. I can imagine you hired Bucky, and there's Bucky. And he, for whatever reason, he's related to the MBA of the chief executive of the marketing dick sucking over at Cox Communications, right? And he got promoted into this, maybe not key position of power, but a load bearing position, an important position, not HR. Okay, this isn't caused by HR. This is caused by someone along the supply chain of the real part of the business, not the witchcraft coven make believe, stabbing voodoo dolls because HR wouldn't be cray cray. Not that part. There's one person. If we go up the chain of command, if I go up the supply chain, I could find that person. And have I had fantasies of what I do to these people when I find out. I'll give you another example. I was in line at Zion National Park. And by the way, you say, Aaron, is it moral and ethical to ram people in trailers off the road? You mean trailers? You mean like they're towing something? No, like those RVs, yes, you have you just, I'm kidding. I know we're all fraggy veggies here on the internet now. Don't do that. I'm saying ethically, out of the gene pool all day I could hunt them down. Because here's this fat Karen and fat Herman. I didn't see him, but you know the type. And they got their RV. And I'm like, okay, the RV is twice as long, so this line will go faster. Oh no. People in trailers are fat, stupid people, and they're always going to slow you down. And so meanwhile, all the lanes are getting through and into the park and waiting for Karen and Herman. Lord knows what it was. It was too tall, too long. Where can I find the buffalo? Where is a good place to eat? You go up the supply chain, you'll find one person. And I am of the opinion that if that person were to disappear, well, that'd be good for society. Aaron, what do you mean by disappear? Oh, they're not on that job anymore or any other job. Matter of fact, it's pretty hard to find those people. And if we just get these key stupid people and roadblocks out of the way, like they were to just go away. Oh, Roz, wouldn't it be wonderful if all this paperwork just blew away? If these people just blew away. And also, we could get back to, hey, here we're going, we're hustling, we're moving, we're making like, can you idiots get the F out of us adults' way so that we can get GDP of like $60 trillion a year in the US alone? Can you please do that? Can you go away? And you cocksuckers at Cox, could you hunt down these roadblocks? Find out who is responsible for the daily slowdown? And I don't know. Let's take a look. Do I have reliable internet? I don't know. I might have zipped several times already. I don't have time to worry about it. I don't. And I pray to God, I hope that like I went out on the internet. I hope Cox Internet, like, oh yeah, there it is. Predictable. And there's nothing you guys could do. I mean, if you go to the other one, I'm sure it's probably the same. The 2 or 3 options you have in your major metro to do internet. But I'd say right now, don't do Cox. I got better internet on this off-brand name internet service provider in South Dakota, way the hell out in a forest in a field. I got better internet there than I do in Vegas plugged in, although they're plugged in too. I want the NBA cocksuckers to blow away. I want Bucky, who sitting there shoving beads up his ass, I want him to blow away. And I would like to plant the idea within the corporate management team of Cox Communications is that because you're an infrastructural type of company and millions of people, 100 million maybe, I don't know how big Cox Community, probably small cock, millions, potentially 100 million, at least in the United States, rely on your ability to keep this simple not simple, but this simple service up, that maybe you take reliability very seriously. And for the rest of you, if you're coming to Vegas, don't get Cox Communication. Just don't. Just don't. Your time is not worth it, especially if you need reliable. If you just need email and like you're on AOL or Hotmail, sure, you're fine. But if you want to like do any kind of streaming or uploading, you gotta do work online. I don't know, heaven forbid, you might be an important executive type that has to make your decisions literally determine the difference between, zero productivity and $10 million worth of productivity. What did he say? I don't know. We got to make the decision now. Make the decision. Oh, it costs us $10 million. Thanks, cocksucker communications. So there you go. And there you have it. Let's go to the super chats. Cox, at any time you could cock out on us now. Come on. Conk out. Syndicate Chief, Clary loves Cox. Thanks, Cynic. Thank you for your $2. Captain, $5. In Boomer Reviews, One Punch Man, you said that Jack likes to ask you questions. Does he call you Master Sensei just like how Genos calls Saitama Master? No, that's a joke. Jack he calls me dickhead and gay and all that other. It's not the reverence and the respect I deserve, like Saitama. I'm sorry, Genos calls Saitama. But he should, but he doesn't because he doesn't respect his elders. That was kind of a good series. I guess they're coming out with a season 3, but it got so serious in season 2, and the bad guy, quote unquote, is like gets so lucky. I'm like, no, okay, no, I'm done. Oh, he's not dead. Yeah, okay, never mind. I'm kind of done. Yeah, T-Mobile's really good. I had T-Mobile for the longest time, but I had to switch because T-Mobile doesn't exist out in South Dakota. Captain, 250. Do Hollywood celebs deserve their money and fame? I guess so. Yeah, it's not their it really isn't their choice whether they get the money and the fame. That's up to people. Like, do I deserve the internet minor celebrity ship that I have here? I put myself out here. I did the thing, and now I got so it's out of my control. It's I wouldn't begrudge them, and it's not their fault. Well, some of them, like if they earned it, like say Hugh Jackman, or I'm thinking of other actors who are really good, Al Pacino, Leonardo DiCaprio, whatever you think of these people, they're good actors. I deserve, does the cutesy little chickie bomb deserve it? No, probably not. She just got tits. But I'm generally, yeah, I mean, they didn't not deserve it. Do they deserve the fame though? I don't know. Fame is more of a curse than you'd realize. Like I don't need to be like imagine if you're George Clooney. I don't want to be George Clooney. Couldn't walk down the street without just being left alone. I get recognized like maybe twice a year. It's great. Oh, hey, yeah, what can I? Otherwise, I'm just a normal person. No one knows me from the other guy at Walmart. Except I'm known as the thin guy at Walmart. Captain 250, is TikTok cancerous to society? Yeah, I'd say so. Yeah, it's not good. Dave 128, $2, plugging stuff in Boomer Clary. That's it. There we go. All right, link below is links to all my stuff, books, courses, my Subscribe Star, and my Amazon affiliate program. That's it. More on the way. See you guys later. Toodles.